morning. It's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen. Hang out with me while I make a breakfast casserole, okay? And it's Happy Tuesday. So happy Tuesday morning to everyone. I'm going to be making a breakfast casserole that I can serve my husband throughout this week. And so I thought I'd just bring y'all along with me and let you hang out with me. So let's get started. I've got 12 eggs for the sake of time. I've already cracked those eggs and I'm going to give them a whisk, get them all broken up. I hope you guys had a great weekend. We did. We had homecoming at church Sunday, and then of course, you know, I told y'all yesterday, had an eye doctor's appointment, just a routine yearly checkup, and Mondays are always busy around this house. But we got a lot accomplished, so. So we're just gonna give these a good mix, break these eggs up. And then we're gonna start adding our stuff to our casserole. I have got my oven preheating to 350. I have got a 9x13 baking dish that we're gonna pour all this up in. So what we're gonna add next is 1 cup of heavy whipping cream into our egg, in with our eggs. Continue whisking. Making sure all my eggs are broke up down in there. I thought I seen one that escaped. My husband loves a breakfast casserole. I do it all different kinds of ways, and I know I've made it with you before. The last time I think we did a sausage, and I sauteed some peppers and some onions. I've done sausage, I've done bacon. Today I'm going to do a ham and cheese breakfast casserole, and I'm going to be using Kentucky Legend ham. I have grated 8 ounces. This is a mixture of cheddar. I just used what cheese I had. Sometimes I'll use a Fiesta cheese to kind of give that pepper jack cheese to kind of give it a little bit of a heat. My husband likes it a little bit spicy, but I've got mild cheddar. That's the oven preheated. I've got mild cheddar, and I've also got Gouda. I had about 4 ounces of each, so I just shredded that up, and that's going to be my cheese this morning. And then I have diced up some of the Kentucky Legend ham, and we're going to add our seasonings and get this baby in the oven. My husband just likes having a slice of casserole in the mornings with a little bit of fruit for lunch, packed with protein, and he's out the door. So we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm not gonna saute onions, but I am gonna put some onion powder in here, okay? So I'm gonna do about a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm gonna do about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to do about a 1/2 teaspoon of ground smoked paprika. And I'm going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, I'm not going to add any salt to this, just simply because there's a lot of sodium in cheese, and so I don't really feel like it needs it. And black pepper. And then one thing I'm going to do, since I'm not using the Fiesta cheese, the pepper jack cheese, I'm going to just put a dash. My husband, at supper time with his plate, no matter what meat I'm serving him, he's going to put a little sriracha sauce in there. He just likes it with a little bit of kick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball it, maybe 1/4 teaspoon of sriracha in here, since I'm not using any spicy cheese, okay? All right, so I think that let me give these spices and seasonings mix in with it, and then we'll add our ham and our cheese in, pour it up in our baking dish and we'll get it in the oven 350 for 30 minutes. All right, hands are clean. Washed them before I ever hit the go button on my video. So that is about, I would probably say about 2 cups of ham and 8 ounces of your favorite cheese. You use whatever cheese your heart desires. I just, like I said, I've got other cheese in there, but oil, guys, I'm just making a mess, but hey, what's cooking in the kitchen if you're not making a mess? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my spatula. I'll just use my handy dandy little spoon. Just gonna get all that mixed in there. And like I said, I'm just using ham that I wanted to use up. I've got other hams in my refrigerator, but I wanted to use those up. I had 2 blocks, like I said, of about 4 ounces each. So, and guys, this is so quick and easy and simple, but it is such a good breakfast casserole. And so we're gonna pour this up, get it to baking. And my husband will be excited that he's got a breakfast casserole. And I think I told you, but if I didn't, I used 12 eggs. I used a dozen eggs for this casserole. Okay, guys, I am going to make sure all the ham didn't land right in the middle. Spread it out really good. I am going to pop this into my oven, and then I will come back when it is ready and we will give it a taste test together. Okay, I'll see you back in just a bit. Okay, guys, our breakfast casserole is out of the oven. And guys, look at this beauty. Doesn't that look delicious? Now it's still very hot, so we're gonna let it cool down, and then I'm gonna serve us up some, and we're gonna give it a try together. So as soon as it's cooled down, I'm gonna be back to taste test it with you, okay? All right, guys, it's cooled down enough. Let's give it a taste. I've put a little dollop of sour cream with mine, and listen, you can put salsa, you know, anything you want to serve with yours. I like to sometimes do a little salsa and sour cream on the top with mine. It's still just a little bit warm. It's still steaming. But guys, I've made me my morning iced coffee from my honey fluff that I made. I've got it ready just in case. So let's give it a try. So good. So good. It baked exactly for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. This is the ham and cheese. I didn't put any onions, bell peppers, or anything like that, but I'll be able to cut this up, serve this in serving sizes for my husband every morning this week to go along with some fruit for his breakfast in the morning. And guys, this is delicious. You need to make this if you're having all your kids over for Christmas morning. You need to make a couple of these casseroles and serve them up. I think that they'll be a hit. You can do one. You can refer back to my other video where I did the sausage breakfast casserole and did some onions and peppers and mushrooms and all the things. You can have one that's just ham and cheese. So that way everybody's covered. Everybody gets something that they like. The little picky eaters don't have to worry about picking around the onions or the bell peppers, okay? But it is delicious, and it's just a quick and easy casserole to throw together. Absolutely delicious. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. One more time. Let me get a drink of my coffee. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out in my kitchen with me. Listen, if you like my content that I share, if you don't mind, push that button and share it. with your friends. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments, just all the engagement with my page. I appreciate it more than I can say. And if I can, as I always do before I close out my video, can I encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus? Be his mouthpiece. Show some love and kindness to somebody today. You won't have to look very far at all. This is a hurting world. You will not have to look very far at all to find somebody who stands in need. Okay? All right, I'm going to close. I love you guys. I'll see you back again in my kitchen. We'll do up another great recipe together. Bye, guys.